Program now, the program director of the Camanche DeWitt Coalition, Lauren Schwandt. So, Lauren, what is the Camanche DeWitt Coalition?
So the Camanche DeWitt Coalition is a community coalition, and that strictly focuses on youth substance use prevention. So we do a lot of education, trying to get in the schools, teaching the kids, not only the kids, but their parents and community members of the effects of substances on children, that developing brain, because we know prevention is a lot easier to work with than once a person starts using and gets through intervention, doing intervention and treatment. So we do all that prevention work to try and keep our kiddos safe and making healthy choices.
How did you get involved with this organization?
It was 8 years ago. The Camanche DeWitt Coalition had been writing for this Drug-Free Communities grant, and they actually received that grant. So part of that was hiring for a project coordinator to really help get the Camanche DeWitt Coalition off the ground, get noticed to do all of our action steps. So once they received that grant, they put out the job description. I applied, and the rest is history. So
you kind of touched on it a little bit, but basically, what is the role for you as the program director?
What I do is I oversee the whole drug-free community grant. So we have a federal grant that's $125,000 a year. We have that now for 10 years. We're currently in year 9. So I oversee that grant, making sure that we're following our budget, doing all the action steps that we wrote in our grant, going out and doing all the community events, empowering our coalition members to step up and take roles as well. So it's not just Lauren's coalition, it is the Camanche DeWitt Coalition. So our members, empowering them to go out and do these community events, or coming in and doing this speaking. So really just making sure that we're doing what we're supposed to be doing in the grant.
Now, you mentioned you go into the schools, various grade levels, or how does that work?
We've been doing a lot more with middle and high school students. So again, in our grant, we have it wrote, it's basically middle school and high schools. If we do anything with elementary, I was supposed to talk last year to Camanche Elementary for Red Ribbon Week, but unfortunately I believe I was sick that day. But just going in there, because every grade level's a little different how you're going to talk to them. You know, you're not going to go in and talk to elementary students really about any kind of hard drugs like marijuana and alcohol. They might know what it is, but that's going to be more of making healthy choices for your brain. And then middle schoolers, you know, they know a little more about those substances. And then again, high schooler, it's all a little different, but we really focus on middle school and high school.
Is it a big issue in our area, Lauren?
So the one thing that I hope anybody that's listening is taking away from this is we're really trying to change the mindset of our community, because when we ask not only the youth or community members, do you think this is a big problem? Everyone's like, yes, all the kids are vaping, all the kids are drinking. But we do surveys every year to our youth, and those numbers are not saying that. 90% of our kids are refraining from using drugs and alcohol. So that is the message that we're just trying to push, that no, they're really making healthy choices. It's just that select few that maybe they're seeing over and over again. But it's not that big of an issue that we think. It's there, yes, and we want to continue to educate our kids to make those positive choices. Your brain isn't done developing until your mid-20s, so any of those substances that you're putting in there can have lifelong effects on your brain and change how that grows. So that's the biggest thing. Yes, there are definitely issues here. We see underage drinking's always been kind of a social norms here, right? Like it's everywhere. You see it at birthday parties, graduation parties. So we do know it's happening, and we just want to keep educating our kids that what it actually can do.
Again, visiting with Lauren Schwandt, Program Director of the Camanche DeWitt Coalition. Talk a little bit about parental influence and parental guidance.
I hope any parent that's listening understands how truly important and impactful you are in your child's life, especially those teenage years. I haven't hit those yet with my kids, so I'm just waiting for that. But all the research says you are that number one influence in your child's life. Even when you think that they're not listening to you, they truly are. And what you say and what you do truly influences them. So you have a more important role than you truly think that you do.
Again, appreciate you coming in and enlightening us a little bit more about the Camanche DeWitt Coalition. If people would like to find out more, how can they best do that, Lauren?
They can definitely look at our website, which is going to be www.comanche-dewittcoalition.org. I know it's a long one. You can find us on social media. We got Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, whatever it's called now, X. And then also you can always reach out to me. All my contact information's on our website, or you can call the number anytime.
I appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
The internet's buffering.
Dad!
Drew!
Are you trying to ruin my social life?
There's no Wi-Fi in the basement.
It's a dead zone.
Great. Now CJ thinks I ghosted him.
I should probably just drop out of school.
Spoiler alert. Everything glitches.
Lousy internet.
It's